some people in my life wanted me to make some videos about my experience with my whole gender journey. So, I guess that's what this series will be. This is part 1. So the question that I get asked the most probably is, how did you know that you were trans? And the thing is, I didn't know that I was trans until maybe 2 years ago. See, when I was a kid, and I'm talking as young as kindergarten, I knew that there was something different about me, but I didn't have the word trans. I always grouped myself in with the boys. Whenever we played house, I wanted to be the dad or the dog. I didn't really see any differences between me and other boys, or even me and my biologically male brother. And when you're a kid, you kind of all just look the same anyway. It's not until puberty that you start looking different. And puberty is when I had my first mental breakdown. Like for part 2. This is part 2 of my gender journey series. So while I was growing up, my parents often referred to me as a tomboy. But inside, I didn't really feel much like a girl. I wasn't really concerned about it until puberty hit. And when I saw my brother growing taller, getting a deeper voice, growing facial hair, and my puberty was hips and breasts, higher voice, lack of a jaw, and menstruating, I was pissed. At 14 years old, when I had my first training bra, I was crying and telling my mom that I was gonna get my boobs chopped off someday. I didn't know what top surgery was at the time. Nobody did. But I knew that I was so uncomfortable in my body. And every time I looked in the mirror and I saw that, so I got pretty depressed. And as a teenager, I tried to accept my fate as a girl. And the depression just got worse. Part 3 next. This is part 3 in my series about my journey through gender. So watch the other parts first, please. As a teenager, I was often made fun of. People would tell me that I was never going to be able to date, I was never going to be able to marry if I didn't start acting more like a girl. No boy was ever going to want me. Kids would steal my hair ties and my baseball caps that I used to stuff my hair up under. They would try to pressure me into wearing makeup and dresses. And then when I hit college, I just didn't really have time to think about all that. I was in and out of very toxic relationships, and I tried to commit for the first time. I had no idea what was going on with me, I just knew that it wasn't good. Then I met my husband, and he's just the most wonderful husband in the whole world. We started dating, got engaged. He knew that I was very tomboy, I was not feminine at all, and then we got married. 3 years later, I came out to him as trans. What did he say? Like for part 4. Part 4 in my series on my gender identity journey. So when we got married, my husband thought he was marrying a girl. 3 years down the road, I discovered what being trans meant. And I was like, damn, that explains my whole life. So I came out to my husband, and he told me, I didn't marry you because you're a girl. I married you because I love you. Oh! I sobbed, and he's been very supportive ever since. So far, I have socially transitioned, and I've gotten the first of my surgeries that I want to get. I am not on testosterone yet, and I don't know that I ever can be. Medical issues. But I do want top surgery someday, still. My parents are not accepting of it. My friends are. And I have a great doctor that's helping me through this, as well as an awesome therapist. So if you have any questions about being trans, or what I mean when I say that I'm transmasculine non-binary, let me know in the comments.